Hey, you guys and gals, welcome back. Today's game changer lesson, I want to talk about a very cool idea that for a lot of us bluesers and country players and even rock guys is a very foreign jazz concept, and that is the melodic minor scale. Now, used in the context of jazz, there's a whole lot of mileage you can get out of this scale. You can learn how to play the melodic minor modes over altered chords, dominant chords, creates a whole lot of tension, and that works perfectly. But today I want to look at a way to sort of demystify this scale and throw it into the context of a blues jam or a country blues jam, something along the lines of what I just opened with. So if we take a look at the melodic minor scale, it sounds funky, but it really is not very complicated. It's only a one-note difference from any of our major modes. Now, the jam I was just doing there was in the key of A. I was rocking in an A blues thing, and the appropriate melodic minor starting point there would be E melodic minor. And if we look at E melodic minor, I'm sorry. You will see what we have here is only a one-note difference from the regular minor scale. We have a 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7th instead of a flatted 7th. That's the only note difference. Okay, so in comparison, it might be easier if you already know your Dorian scale. This is a Dorian scale with a raised 7th degree, right? Dorian has 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5. It has a regular 6, okay? And then it has a flatted 7th. Well, all we're going to do here is take that 7th and make it, raise it, so play a natural 7th. So again, we have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's not a flatted 7th. Okay, now, follow me here. If we were to just play Dorian, Dorian would sit perfectly. There's no non-diatonic notes in an E Dorian over an A7 chord. E Dorian is the same exact scale as A Mixolydian. A Mixolydian is the scale that we use very often in a, in a bluesy kind of groove. All right, there's my A Mixolydian. Those are the same exact notes as G Dorian. As E Dorian. All the same notes. Which means, if we're only changing one note in E Dorian, well, that means we can also bring this down to Mixolydian. So we're starting the root in the key that we're jamming in. And we're, again, only going to have to change one note. Okay, we only changed one note in E Dorian. We only need to change one note now in A Mixolydian. And so for the context of using this scale over a blues or a country or a swing kind of thing like that, yes, I like to know all the modes. I like to be able to play them everywhere. But the two that I really focus on are the E melodic minor and the A Mixolydian. And the only thing that we're doing here differently is we're raising the fourth now in A Mixolydian. So A Mixolydian we have, check it out. This is just Mixolydian. This isn't going to be with the melodic minor note. Right, if we're in A, we have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G. And then we're back at A. Okay, I'm playing these as a 3-note per string pattern, which I really like to do. Okay, so now all we're going to do is find the 4 and raise it. So now we have 1, 2, 3, sharp 4. Okay, that sounds really funky on its own, doesn't it? Right, it sounds like it wants to sit over that sort of, you know, very E minor. Okay, now it's great. You can use it over that context too. But again, today's lesson, we're going to use it over a blues. So, you can find this anywhere, right? You can find all of your modes of melodic minor, figure out how to use them over a dominant or bluesy sound. And so, if I'm just kind of looking at the shapes here over an E Dorian with 1-note difference and an A Mixolydian with 1-note difference, let's play through the scale here in A. So I'm just going to give you the frets here. On the E string, we have 5, 7, 9, and we have a sharp 4. The sharp 4 now is going to be a D sharp or an E flat. So we have 5, 7, 9, then we have 6, 7, 9, then 5, 7, 9. Okay, and technically on this 7, we've completed the scale. This is another A, so. All right, and then from there, so we have 5, 7, 9 on D. Then we have 6, 8. There's that funky note again. 9. Then we have 7, 8, 10. We're going to get one more funky note here. 7, 9, 11. Okay, there's that sharp 4 again. So you can think about this as it's an A Mixolydian sharp 4, if that helps you. Or you can think about it as an E Dorian major 7th, E Dorian with a raised 7th. And then we can break that down to like, okay, well, what's the major key that we're in? Well, in A Mixolydian and E Dorian, the major key is D major. Okay, that gets a little funky because we have that D sharp note in here. So for like this particular scale, you know, a lot of people like to relay theory-wise what they're doing back to, okay, well, what major key are we in? This one's a little funky because it has that D sharp. So I don't look at it that way. I look at it as, okay, I've got this Mixolydian thing I can do here. I've got this Dorian thing I can do up here. And let me just show you some of the sounds you're going to get. Now, that sharp 4 sounds funky, but that's got that very bluesy, unresolved sound, you know. You know, so you find ways to play with it. It always sounds good to take that sharp 4 and move it into the 5. So, you know. You know, and you'll even hear this chord being played here. This is an A7. And again, if we take the 5th and just move it down, it's got a flat 5 or a sharp 4. You know, that's a very rockabilly. You'll hear that kind of thing a lot in like a Brian Seltzer. And then again, this also has like a jazzy flair to it, so you can get so much use out of this. But you know, the point here is to use it sparingly, figure out how to play the scales that you like to play, and know where that out note is and what you can do with it. And you can sit on it if you really want to sound out. But here, let's just go through a little jam again. And I'll do this all in the A shape. up an E. All right, you guys, so there is how to use a melodic minor over a blues or a country or a rockabilly kind of thing. There's a lot of tension in there in that one note, and it just will add a lot of flair to your playing. And like any of these other game changer lessons that I'm putting up here, this is the tip of the iceberg. You can do so many things with these. My name is Brian, you guys. I do give virtual lessons. Shoot me a message if at all interested. Thanks.